Soon, Bezrat Hashem.
30th of May, Rabbi Levitt, Gemorah.
Okay, good. Okay. Welcome, Phil. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Baruch Hashem. Good. Okay, Erev Rosh Chodesh Sivan. So, just a few days away from Kabbalah Satorah. So we're continuing here with Bava Kama. Okay, so we got into the next sugya. And now we're up to Umi Amar Reb Yochanan Hachi. Did Reb Yochanan actually say that? And where can this be found? This is
It's 94B1. It's the second paragraph after the Gemorah asks.
okay. So let's go right to it. Mi Amar Reb Yochanan Hachi. And we go to Roy to start off the reading for us.
Umi Omar Rabbi Yochanan Hachi. But did Rabbi Yochanan indeed say so, that a change does not affect acquisition under biblical law? V'ho'omar Rabbi Yochanan halacha kisatom Mishnah. Why, Rabbi Yochanan said that the halacha accords with an anonymous Mishnah. Usanan, and we learned of V'tanan, and we learned in an anonymous Mishnah regarding the first of the shearings. Lo haspik litano lo ad shetzba'u b'shba'u patur. If he, that was the owner of the wool, did not manage to give it, the first of the shearings, to the Kohen before he dyed it, he is exempt. And our scroll goes on, that is, he is no longer required to give the first of the shearings to the Kohen, nor the monetary equivalent. Evidently, change does affect acquisition under biblical law. And then there's an answer by the Gemorah.
Okay, so I'd like to go back actually to see what it was that Rabbi Yochanan originally said that caused the Gemorah to ask this question and say that what? Rabbi Yochanan, how could you say that that's what Rabbi Yochanan said? He holds the halachas like a Stam Mishnah. The Gemorah brings a Stam Mishnah. We've said it before that you see from this Mishnah that Shinui is Koina. So what was it that Rabbi Yochanan said previously to indicate that Shinui is not Koina? Right.
Reb Chia bar Abba
Right.
said,
Reb Chia bar Abba said in the name of Rabbi Yochanan, Devar Torah gezela hanishtanis hozeres beineha. That an article that was stolen can be returned as is. however state that it is, whether it's the same state that it was before, whether there was a shinui that was made. That's what Rabbi Yochanan holds the din Torah is. That shinui would not be kona, the Goslin would be required to return the stolen article, even if it underwent a change. And so that's the Gemorah's question, that how could Rabbi Yochanan say in regard to that Goslin that he's got to give it back as is, even if he changed it. Here we see the Rabbi Yochanan says that the Yisrael does not have to give the gift to the Kohen if he changed it. So it's a contradiction. So now with that, do we have any Rashi over here? Achetzavu Potter, we do. So let's take a look at this Rashi, Divrei Masel Achetzavu Potter. It is the second narrow line of the Rashis.
It's Tzvo Potter, until he does the dyeing of it, he'll be Potter. Lagamre, he's going to be Potter totally. Vahachi here, the Kana Hashavim of the Kana of returning it in the changed form, Eina. It's not that. Even here, Kani B'Shinui, he does acquire it with the change.
Here Takanas Hashavim is inapplicable. Here there's no Takanas Hashavim because the whole Takanas Hashavim is right. Is for the sake of a Ganaver Goslin to be shav, to do tshuva. So that's the takana of for the people that are going to do tshuva. But over here, is there any tshuva that this person needs to do? This Yisrael, that he colored he colored his wool a color before he gave it to the Kohen? Rashi says, no, this is not an issue of gezel. But the fact that Rashi mentions it would indicate that Rashi understands that there is a tzad to say that there is, in fact, a matter of gezel over here. But he says that he's potter legamre, meaning to say he's not required at all to give anything back, even though he's acquired it, and he's not required to give anything back. Unlike the case of the Goslin, where we say the Goslin, the Goslin does give back the. He does give back the value that he stole at the time of the gezel or the geneva. He just doesn't have to return the table that he made with the wood that he stole. But he does have to return the value of the wood that he stole, even though it's no longer here. It's now been transformed into a table. But in this case, with the wool, the Yisrael, he dyed the wool that really belonged to Shevet Kahuna. It was really mammon of the Kohen. It's true. He has a schus. He's got a merit that he can choose which Kohen that he wants to give it to, but it belongs to the Kohanim. And now that he's made it into a different color, he doesn't have to give it anymore. Well, why doesn't he have to give it? Because now he's made it his own. He's now made it mammon of the Yisrael, with the fact that he's transformed it by changing the color of the wool. And Rashi says here we don't, and this that says that he's potter Rashi makes a point of saying he's putter legamre. He doesn't have to give any money to any Cohen. You might have thought to say, well, he's got to give the value of the wool that he stole from the Cohen. He's got to give it to a Cohen. He's going to choose a Cohen and say, here's some money. And he says, what's this for? So I have to give. I owe. This is what I owe to your tribe. So Rashi says, no, he doesn't have to. We're saying that he doesn't have to do that. There's no Takana Shavim over here. Even though one might have thought that there might be, but we don't say so. Okay. Interesting, Rashi. Okay, now we would like to go weiter. And we're now going to get the answer to this contradiction in Rabbi Yochanan. What's the din, Rabbi Yochanan? Is Shinui Kone or is it not Kone? One time you said it is, and the other time you said it's not. What's going on? Comes along the answer. Amar Lahu. And now we go to Alan to read for us the answer.
Okay, the top of 94b1, the Gemorah answers. Yes, Gemorah answers. Amar lahu, a who, mida banan barabi Yaakov Shemo. A certain one of the rabbis, whose name was Rabbi Yaakov, said to them, Ladidi Parsha Li Minei to Rabbi Yochanan. It was explained to me by Rabbi Yochanan himself as follows: Bagom Shegor Gal Eitzim Mishum Pin Ba'a Se'on Kalim. When I said that under biblical law, a change does not affect acquisition, referring to a case where he stole pieces of plain wood and made them into utensils. Daha bor lay shinoi chozer liva so, which is a change that can revert to its original form.
Right. So, in other words, the case that Rabbi Yochanan said, Devar Torah, that the Goslin has to give it back as is. He's got to give it back, and so therefore you see that Shinu is not koina. That was talking about a case of a second class type of a shinui, a minor type of a shinui. He stole. He all the guy needs to do is just take apart the bookcase, and he's left with pretty much exactly the same planks of wood that he had before. That's the idea. Choser librioso. Choser librioso. So in other words, just that's the case that Rabbi Yochanan said, that shinui is not koine. It's a minor type of a shinui. But if it will be a shinui which was eno choser, it's an irreversible change. So then Rabbi Yochanan says he doesn't have to give it back, doesn't have to give anything. That's the case of the Israel and the wool. So Rabbi Yochanan's understanding that the dye was a very, very good dye, I guess, that could not be removed from the wool with any type of detergent or something like that. Okay. And now we go weiter. Ton Rabbonen. Lou, would you like to read?
The rabbis taught in a brisa. Hagazlan u malve beribis sheheziru. Okay, so
Oh, okay.
one who robs and one who lends on interest. And then he wants to return. I guess he wants to give back what he got illegally. Ein mikablin mehen. Do not receive from them. V'hamikabel mehen. And if one receives from them, ein ruach chamim nocha hemenu. A spirit of wisdom will not rest on them, on him.
Okay.
Excuse
On
me
who?
a second.
Okay. Okay, so the Gemorah is bringing a brisa over here, Ton Rabbonen. If you have two classes of people, Gazlanim and Malve Beribis, robbers and chargers of interest, puts them in the same category. Interesting. So Sheikh Ziru, and then they want to. Would seem like they want to do a good thing. No, they want to do tshuva. So that why would so they want to return they want to return it. They want to return it. So that would seem to be a good thing. That we made the whole Tekanas Hashavim in order that the Gazlan should return this stolen article to the owner. Well, here it says Ein Makabli Mehen. Look, don't take it from them. Don't take it from them. The makabel mehen, and whoever does so, whoever does take it from them, ein ruach chachamim nocha menu. This what it means over here is that the chachamim are not happy with this. They're not pleased. The ruach, the spirit of the chachamim, they're not noach. They're not pleased with this. They're not satisfied with this thing. What he did, that he accepted it from these Gazlanim and Malve Beribis. So we got a big question over here. Why? That's the only way that the Gazlan is able to do tshuva. No, we made a whole takana that he could keep the table that he made from the wood that he stole, as long as he gives at least something back. He gives the value of the wood back. So he's giving back. And the Malva Beribis, he stole the ribis from the guy. So now he wants to give it back, what he stole. So it would seem that the Chachamim would want them to do that, and therefore they would want that the one that was stolen from, he should receive it from the stealer. So why over here does it say that the Chachamim say, no, don't take it from them, and we're not and if you do, we're not happy with you? Why not? So let's take a look at what the what should we do over here?
There's a Rashi.
Okay, the Rashi is not going to give us an answer to our question, but we'll see what's going on. Oh, actually, we missed the Rashi in the previous section. You want to read that previous Rashi? Masnisin Mukila Rabbi Yochanan begoizel eitzim meshupin.
Wait, Ms. Nisa, the Mishnah is admitting to Rabbi Yochanan was someone who sold woods that was meshupin and plain. Mishum hachi, because here, come on, Rabbi Yochanan said, the time of the reason is mishum tekanas shavim, because of the thing you don't have to that you should do tshuva, that you don't have to return it. You don't have to. You could just give them the value and not have to return the original item. The shinui ki halav shinui ho, because this change is not really a change.
Mishum tekanas hashavim hu. Shinui ki halav shinui hu. Such a shinui is not a shinui. Let's see. I'm not following exactly what Rashi's bringing in the Tekanas Hashavim over here for. It's got to untangle this cheshbon over here with Reb Yochanan over here. We have to settle Reb Yochanan over here. Rashi's saying it's got a little bit different girsa than our Gemorah. Masnisin, the Mishnah that said we're going to say the Mishnah is talking about a case of he was gozel eitzim meshupin. So not the way I explained it actually. We're talking about the case where one second. Which Masnisin is, I'm trying to figure out right now, which Masnisin is Rashi referring to over here? I thought it was the case where Rabbi Yochanan said, Devar Torah. Gezela hanishtanis choseres beineha. But that's not Masnisin, because Masnisin means a Tanaic statement. The only Mishnah that we have over here that was mentioned was the Mishnah in Chulin about the Yisrael that didn't give the wool to the Kohen. Before he dyed it, and so now he's exempt. Well, what does that have to do with Eitzim? We're talking about the Goslin. Okay, I'm not sure exactly what's this Masnisin over here for, but it would seem that we're talking about the statement of Rabbi Yochanan about Devar Torah Gezel Gezela Hanishtanis. So in that case, we said that he's got to return it. He has to return it. And if you'll ask from that we learned, we did learn our Mishnah. That's what Rashi's talking about. The Gemorah asked on that statement of Rabbi Yochanan. If you'll ask from the Mishnah said, one second, somebody that gazels eitzim and he makes it into a bookcase. Maybe we didn't understand the question properly. There's a question over there, Jackie.
Hey, Alan, you got a nice return over there.
Put yourself on mute.
Excuse me, what's that?
Mute yourself.
When that happens, mute yourself.
So that was the Gemorah saying. Gemorah was saying that what was the case over there? He stole eitzim and he made it into a bookcase. and what was the din over there? The din over there that says that he doesn't have to return it. That was the point. He didn't have to return. He didn't have to return the bookcase. Whereas Rabbi Yochanan said the Devar Torah says that he's got to return what he stole as it is, whatever it is now. Now it's now these planks of wood are now a bookcase. So he's got to return the bookcase because the planks of wood are in the bookcase. He's got to return it. That's the Devar Torah. So if you'll say, but the Mishnah says he doesn't have to return the bookcase. So we answered, yeah, that's because of that was the Tekanas Hashavim to encourage the Goslin to do tshuva. So we want him to return something. He's not going to return the bookcase if he went to the effort of making the wood into a bookcase. So therefore we said you can just you could keep the bookcase, and give back the value of the wood that you stole. So now what is Rashi saying over here exactly? Mishum haki kama Rabbi Yochanan, the time of Mishum Tekanas Hashavim hu. That's why Rabbi Yochanan said that the reason over there in the Mishnah is because of Tekanas Hashavim. The Shinui ki hai, because a Shinui like that is not regarded as a full Shinui. It's not a real. It's a minor Shinui. Okay, very good. And not at first blush, without further analysis, Rashi would appear to be saying that the Tekanas Hashavim is only in a case where you have a shinu achozer. But if it's a deraisa dik shinui that the Goslin made, then we don't say Tekanas Hashavim. I don't know if that's so. I don't know if that's so. But okay. In any case, let's go on. That's the Rashi. So then the next Rashi. Ein ruach hachamim nocha heimenu.
Ein ruach hachamim nocha, and the spirit of the wise people don't rest upon them. Ein ruach chachma, there's not a spirit of chachma, wisdom. The chasidut, the kirbon. Chasidut's like piety in their midst.
What? What does this? Yeah, you're right. Rashi seems to be giving a literal translation to the words of the Gemorah, as if to say the ruach of Chachma and Chasidus is not within him. Within who? Within the one who is going to take back this stolen ribis and gezela that the Goslin is giving to him, which is not really the way that we understand that statement in Shas. And in fact, there is a Marsha on this Rashi. If you take a look in the Marsha on the back of the Gemorah, back of a Shas Gemorah, you'll see that the Marsha is in wonderment over this Rashi. Tama, Tamia. Madua lo pirish Rashi kapshutam shom tavorim. Why didn't Rashi just explain these words according to the pshat of what the words mean. What do the words mean? Says, how do we understand these words when they're used in the Gemorah? Says the Marsha, what they mean is she'ein nachas ruach lechachmei Yisrael b'masov, that the Chachmei Yisrael do not have any satisfaction from this action that this person did in taking back the stolen items. Kamosha Pirish Bava Mitzia. Okay, so that's in any case, we're not going to get into that. Okay, fine. That's what this Rashi over there. And I also see that there's you see the little circle over there with the slash through it is that's a Tzion to Gillian Shas. Rabbi Kiva Eger quotes a Tosas Yontif in Pirkei Avos that would seem to be contrary to the way Rashi is explaining over here. Okay. So in any case, but whatever the interpretation is, it's clear that it's not good. It's not a good thing. So now we want to know why. Why is it not a good thing that he did? That's what we want to know. We would have thought that it is a good thing. He's allowing the person to return this stolen item. That's the way the person does tshuva. Well, that would seem to be a good thing that he's doing. So let's see further in the Gemorah. Amar Rabbi Yochanan. Here we have Rabbi Yochanan again. Who's reading now? Roy.
Omar Rabbi Yochanan said, B'mei Rabbi Nishnis Mashinai Zor. This Tanaic teaching was taught in the days of Rebbe. Tanya was taught in a brisa. Maaseh Ba'adam is Echad Shebakish La'asos Teshuvah. There was an incident where a certain person who wished to repent. Amara Lo Ishtar, and his wife said to him, Rika, empty one. Im ata asa teshuvah, if you repent, afilu avanat eino shelcha, even the belt that you are wearing is not yours. V'nimna v'lo asa teshuvah, and he refrained and did not repent. V'asa sha'a amaru, at that time the sages declared, Hagazeloni umalvei revos shehezeru, if robbers and lenders on interest wish to return their ill-gotten gains, Ein mikabalin mayhem, their victims should not accept it from them. Hamakabel mayhem, and if one does accept from them, turning over the page, Ein ruach Adamim Necha Hamanu. The spirit of wisdom and piety does not reside in him. Maybe I said to the rest there. The Gemara raises difficulty.
Well, one second,
All
Roy.
right.
We don't want to fly by this one. This is this needs some explanation over here, I believe. What's the shot in the in the this what the Gemara is saying? The Gemara is Gemara seems to be saying that in order to what's hard to understand. There was a man that that was a Goslin, and he had Hirhure Tshuva. He wanted to do tshuva for the fact that he was a Goslin, and the wife says, "Oi, you fool that you are! Now you want to do tshuva? You want to do tshuva now? You'll have to give away everything that we have in this whole house, even your belts. You'll have to give away. You won't have anything to wear." Now, isn't that a silly thing to try to do? So the husband said, "Yeah, you're right." So he didn't do tshuva. Okay, so therefore the Gemara says it was at that on account of that when the Chachamim heard about this incident, that was when they said that that Gazlanim and even lenders with interest who seek to return their stolen items to the victim that they stole them from, the victim should not accept them. And if they do, the Chachamim, this is not a wise nor virtuous thing that they are doing. Can anyone explain this to me? Why is that so? Why is it not wise and a virtuous thing to accept from the Goslin who seeks to do tshuva the articles that he has stolen?
Well, this goes back to Lou's thing about the question of, well, he knows he can get away with it. You know, it's like getting the free interest on the items. I could do what I want with it. I'll make some profit, and then I'll worry about giving it back. There should be a reason for not doing it to begin with.
But here, what the Gemara seems to be saying is that to accept the stolen, here you have the Goslin who's coming and he's giving the stolen item back to the person that he stole it from, no? And the Chachamim are saying, do not accept this stolen item from the Goslin. Don't accept it from him. Why? Why not? He wants to do tshuva. Why? What's the reason that we shouldn't accept this stolen item from the Goslin? And what does it have to do with the story with the Goslin and his wife?
Maybe by being stolen, the item has attained some sort of what would you call it? Some sort of bad spirit in it or something like that.
All right. Okay, I have to go. It is late anyway. We'll have to figure out what's going on here. There's a very long note in the article about this.
Oh, okay, good. I'm happy.
But that has many commentators.
There's a lot that needs explanation over here.
Right.
Okay.
Take care.
All the best. Theo. Have a great day. Everybody, remember to say the famous tefillah of the Shloah HaKodesh today for the sake of fathers for their children and their grandchildren.